before I went on stage. Everybody was all excited because they're like, the crowd has broken the all-time concert attendance record for the stadium. And tonight, you broke last night's record.
Well, you heard it right there from Taylor Swift. Back-to-back records broken for both nights of her concert, and we still got one more night to go, Lindsay.
That's right.
Welcome to 13 Sunrise, everyone. Thanks for starting your Sunday and week with us here. I'm Matthew Foltz alongside Lindsay Monroe, and the party's just continuing, Lindsay.
You know, when you're like sitting at home on your couch and you're like, just curious, like, could I get into the show tonight? And you look and there's like one seat for $3,000, but it's behind the stage, and you're like, it's in the stadium.
Yeah.
I think
Someone
that's how
has
we're
money.
filling it up.
You know, someone has money for it.
Man, I'll tell you what though, just to get in the stadium is huge, and it is, you know, at this point like 2,000 to 3,000. That's what I saw yesterday. So you might get lucky. You might have someone who's like, oh, I wish I could go. I'm going to list these tickets last minute, but I'll tell you, if you got one of those face value tickets when they first went on sale, you hit the lottery.
Yes, and if you're heading tonight, you might need a umbrella, maybe a poncho.
Yes, and we're going to see those changes. Yeah, it's going to be a little warmer today as well, as a warm front eventually will lift through the state. And keep in mind, with that time change, that extra hour of sleep we all got last night, we are seeing the sun coming up a little bit earlier, so we will start to warm temperatures up a little bit ahead of when we normally would. 47 the current temperature right now. Check out Terre Haute at 50 versus Richmond at 41. That's because we've got some warmer air that's coming in from the west as that warm front is lifting in our direction. That means temperatures outside right now significantly warmer than this time yesterday. Lafayette's up by 14 degrees, up by 12 in Kokomo. India's up by 8 degrees, which puts us in the 40s, and it will put us on track to have an overall warmer day. 62 was the high yesterday. We'll be there by noon today. 68 by 2 o'clock. We are headed to near 70 for a high. But again, we are looking at some increasing rain chances today, mainly after 3 o'clock over on the western side of the state. We'll see some scattered showers by about 5 p.m. here in the metro. Forecast highs today about 10 degrees above average, 70 in Indy, 73 down in Columbus. We'll talk more about that rain timeline coming up in the forecast.
We'll see you then, Lindsay. We start with breaking news this morning. Metro Police are currently investigating at least 4 overnight shootings. One of those involved a teen at a party on the city's Far East Side. Police were called to 13th Street near Post and 16th just before midnight after shots were fired. At the scene, officers found a house party with dozens of teens. One of them had been shot. They were quickly rushed to Riley Hospital, and at last check, that teen is expected to be okay. 13 News spoke with Metro Police at the scene, who say this serves as a reminder for parents.
Parents need to know where their kids are at night, especially if you take a look at the time. It's definitely after curfew time, and unfortunately we have kids here that are under the age and are in violation of curfew at a party where someone got shot at.
We have reached out to police to find out what exactly led up to the shooting or if they have made any arrests. Just before that shooting, police were called over to another one on the city's southeast side. It happened on Cary Court near Southport Road in Arlington. A woman tells police someone shot her from outside her bedroom while she was in bed. They say the shooter quickly ran from the scene before she could see who it was. First responders treated the woman at the hospital, and she is expected to be okay. We have reached out to police for more information. Meanwhile, we're also working to find out what led up to 2 other shootings. One of those shootings happened on North Franklin near East 16th Street. We're told the victim is expected to be okay. The other is being investigated this morning, happened on the far southwest side. Police responded to Millhouse Road near South High School Road on reports of a person shot. Medics got the victim to the hospital, and they are expected to be okay. This morning, we have reached out to police for leads on both of these cases. Jurors in the Delphi murders trial yesterday got to see video taking them inside one of the toughest prisons in the state. We're talking about the prison where the man Richard Allen is accused of killing Abby Williams and Libby German was once housed. Our Bob Siegel was in the Carroll County courtroom for yesterday's testimony. He breaks down how the defense hopes this video will sway the jury.
The 15 videos the jury saw in court are to help them understand the harsh conditions Richard Allen was subjected to at the Westville Correctional Facility. The defense contends that those conditions prompted Richard Allen to have a series of mental breakdowns, which then led to him making false confessions. The videos were compiled by Max Baker, who was the defense's first witness on Saturday morning. He was able to confirm for the jury that all the videos were taken by corrections officers during a 3-month time frame when Allen was confessing to killing Abby and Libby. It's important to point out, only the jurors got to see these videos, not those of us sitting in the gallery, because some of the videos show Allen naked as he's being transported around the prison. A large video screen in the courtroom was angled and moved very close to jurors to prevent others from viewing the videos. But a few of us journalists in the front row were still able to see some of them. In one, Allen was transported into a building as he was restrained in a chair with straps around his chest and waist and thighs. 2 people stood over him as he appeared to receive some type of medical treatment, and then he was wheeled to a van, still restrained, and returned to his cell. In another video, Allen appeared to be lying down and needed assistance from corrections officers to get up. And in a third, Allen was being showered by officers who were scrubbing his head and back and shoulders while Allen's hands were cuffed behind his back. The jury was told they'll likely see more videos next week that will show Allen's strange behavior in his cell. Again, an effort to counteract the confessions that the jury heard because the defense claims Allen was suffering from mental illness at the time he made all those incriminating statements. Testimony really upset some people in the courtroom, including the victims' families. They were angry that the reason that the videos today were not shown to everyone in the courtroom was out of a sense of offering privacy and honoring the dignity of Richard Allen. They say Abby and Libby were not offered that same respect, and they point out that pictures of the girls' bodies, including Libby German lying dead naked in the woods, those pictures were shown to everyone in the courtroom over the last couple of weeks.
1 week ago, a massive fire was burning in downtown near 10th and Pennsylvania Street, severely damaging the Helping Veterans and Families building. Since then, hundreds of Hoosiers and local businesses have stepped in to help. Yesterday, Hoagies and Hops, a restaurant in Butler, Tarkington, was giving 15% of its sales to HVAF. The organization is helping the displaced veterans with hotels across the city. Earlier this week, we also saw the fire department help them with collecting some of their things in the fire. Well, check out this moment on night 2 of Taylor Swift's concert at Lucas Oil Stadium. She's giving a hug to a fan and a high five to another, then giving away another hat, making that young girl's night. Just before the concert started, our Marina Silva was outside of Lucas Oil Stadium talking with fans who were excited for night 2.
Indianapolis, Indiana.
Night 2 inside Lucas Oil Stadium is packed with fans shaking it off with Taylor Swift. Fans were lined up early to be some of the first inside. Yeah! Other fans just hoping for the chance to get inside the stadium. These women are spending 22 hours here in Indy with the hopes of making it inside Lucas Oil to celebrate their years of motherhood.
We have been like best friends for 7 years, and we're here to celebrate that friendship. We went through 3 COVID pregnancies. We have 6 cumulative children now, survived postpartum depression, and we're here just celebrating friendship.
With signs in hand and the perfect outfit, they just want the chance to see Taylor Swift in action.
We're just going to vibe. You know, we're just going to hang out outside and enjoy the music as long as the police will let us stay here, and maybe go to a little party after, and then go to the airport. Let's go, Tyler!
81% of ticket holders are from outside the state of Indiana. Elise Presnewski traveled here from Michigan.
Yeah, I've been a Swiftie. I was laughing because when her 22 Red album came out, I was 22 and I'm now 34. So there you go.
She says she enjoys spending time with thousands of people who share the same passion for Taylor Swift as she does.
It's just such a surreal, such a peaceful feel to it. I just love it.
You broke last night's record.